Hello everyone, it's Rachel and welcome back to Book and Bloom. Today I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite resources, websites, apps, things that I use on a regular basis as a writer, and pretty much all of them are free, completely free to use. There might be a premium version, and I will also share some honorable mentions, things that aren't free, things that I've only really interacted with a little bit but might be helpful for you. All of these resources have been really helpful for me, and some of them I guess are probably no-brainers, but I'm just gonna go ahead and share everything that I use because it might help you. It might give you an idea of something that you could try out, maybe something that you haven't tried out yourself. I know a lot of people have a lot of different document applications they like to use, websites, whatever. There's so many out there, but I'm incredibly simple. I just like Google Docs. That has been my go-to. It has been my go-to in college, in high school, pretty much forever, ever since I started using a computer. The biggest draw to me about Google Docs is that I can use it on my computer, my phone, my iPad if I wanted to, my laptop. So I can use it on any device that I need to. I could log into my account from a different computer, which I did when I was working and I had downtime, and I can pick up where I left off. I appreciate how simple it is. They've added a lot of great features to it. You can add headers, and that's a great way to organize your documents. I like to use that a lot, and it creates a little outline on the side of your document. You can make your document paperless. So this is really fun to do if you wanted to make, for example, a calendar or post-it note style document that kind of had a summary of each of your chapters, and you can kind of like move them around and stuff. There's a lot of different things that you could do, but I like that it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. I feel like it has the right amount of customization and organization. You just have to be a little bit more creative with how you do it. There's limitations, but I personally like those limitations because something like Scrivener is overwhelming with how much you can customize things. And so that might be perfect for you. The biggest drawback for me with using something like that was because it was an application. I needed it to be something that was online, that I could access from any device, because I like to use a variety of devices to write. I just like the simplicity of it. I like that I can share my documents very easily. I can add comments. I just like the features, and I've just become very comfortable with the Google Docs because I've been using it for so long. So I like Google Docs, and then in conjunction, Google Drive. Pro tip. If you have a novel that you're working on and you have a lot of different documents that are all related to this project, whatever it may be, Google Drive is a really great way to organize all of those documents for that project. So I have a folder for like all of my novels, and then I have folders for each individual novel, and then there's categories within those folders for the novels where it's like different outlines or different notes or character profiles, manuscripts, drafts, whatever you want your folders to be. But it's just another way to kind of organize documents. For the longest time, I just didn't really think about the idea of creating those folders and organizing it that way. And it's really handy because you can easily open up all of the documents and in a folder. Just a little pro tip. And then another thing I like to use is Google Keep, which is again another thing that works really well with Google Docs. Obviously you can use whatever note-taking app on your phone. I could even create a Google Doc that I would use as just like a normal note-taking app. But I choose not to. I choose to have a little bit different, and I use Google Keep to just collect all of my ideas. And I think it's just a little bit more convenient. It's a little bit more simple. You don't need all the bells and whistles when you're just jotting down an idea. So I just like the design and the features of Google Keep. I like that it's a little simpler. I like that I can just keep it on there and I can still access it through Google Docs. I just think something about it, I don't know why, there's probably some neuroscience about it, but there's something about having a different location for each thing that somehow just makes my brain happier. I guess it's like the idea of having like a specific journal almost for each thing. Like maybe you have your daily journal and your book journal as one journal, and you could do that, but there's something about having them separate just works. And I think it's the same way with the app that I use to write down any just random idea that I have versus the application, the website that I use to actually expand on those ideas. I just felt like I needed to share that I use this, and it might be something that you just haven't really thought of yourself. Having Pinterest boards for your books. Now, I know some of you might be rolling your eyes, some of you might just not understand the point of it, but I swear it makes such a big difference, especially if you are a visual person. I think it's also a very helpful exercise to just imagine the world, imagine people, the characters, imagine what do you want this book to feel, really sitting in the thought that you have, the idea that you have for the story or whatever writing project that you have. Obviously this goes more for fiction than nonfiction, but nonfiction you can still, like if you're working on a memoir, I think that this would be helpful just in general as a writer. Sometimes I like to make my mood boards into a background for my desktop computer and just looking at the pictures, and it just really helps you get into the mood, the feel, to really visualize your story, whatever your writing project might be. It just helps you get into that mood. I think it really helps a lot. And likewise, a big thing that really helps is music, creating a playlist. I really love listening to writing, ambiance, sort of atmospheric videos that just kind of have a collection of whether it be lo-fi music or just instrumental music in general. I think it also helps to have a playlist for your book, and it could be something that you listen to throughout the week. Something that's fun, something that does, maybe it does have lyrics to it. It could be something that you use more as a resource to get you to think more about your story, think about the characters, really get in the mood and the mind of your characters, and hopefully it will help you come up with some good ideas that will really come out when you sit down to actually write. And likewise, I just really love writing sprints. It's basically just a work strategy where you focus for say 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and that is your focus time, your work time. And then you get a 5-minute break. And then after the break, you go and you work for another 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And so this is just a really great strategy. I don't always use this, but I do like it for especially when I have a longer writing session and I just want to give myself a little bit of a break. I do think it makes a big difference because sometimes in the middle, you just want to give up. You just want to give up. I find that I just work a lot better when I do writing sprints. And so there are tons of different YouTube videos where there are these writing sprints that are a part of the music. And so there will be a timer on the screen. And so that's another resource that you might be underutilizing, is just having a timer. If you have a tendency to just look at the time a lot, that could even be a great thing to put on your phone. I mean, I would think it would be even better to just not even have your phone in your room. But if you are in a situation where you can't do that, that might be a great thing to do, is to actually put your timer on your phone, because it acts as a physical reminder that, hey, this is writing time right now. But also just using the timer on your desktop. Something about it, it makes a big difference. It's always good to try new things. So if you haven't tried this kind of work strategy, this writing strategy, definitely give it a shot. And I would love to hear, like, what kind of writing strategies do you have? What is What is your routine? Is there a resource that you use on a regular basis that you'd love to share? Definitely include it in the comments below. Would love to hear, love to have a conversation with you guys. Continuing on, a resource that I think is so amazing. I will sing this from the mountaintops. Pacemaker. Now, if you are someone who loves having a goal, honestly though, I would say I think that even if you aren't someone who loves having a goal, this is something that I think you should at least try out, at least give it a shot, because it's free. There's a premium version of it that you can get that has, expanded features. I actually do have the premium version of this, but I've been using the free version for years. I used it as a student, but this is just an amazing resource. I stinking love Pacemaker. It was such a game changer for being a student, but also now as a writer. I was a writer back then, but as someone who is working on big projects, working on a novel, it can feel so overwhelming. It makes such a big difference having this, and it just really rewards you at the end of the day. I think that is really important as writers, to really celebrate and to be able to acknowledge your progress, to be able to see your progress. And I know we have that word count, but there's something about it. Sometimes it just doesn't feel like you've really made progress. So I think having another visualizer, I'm pretty sure it was in the book Finished by John Acuff, which I definitely want to talk about. One of his recommendations was having something physical in your space. I know this is kind of random. This is not like a website or an application, but it is a resource. It is something that could be helpful to you guys. Have something physical that will show your progress. So this, for his example, for writing his book, he had a candle that he would light only when he was writing his book. And so by the end of writing his book, he got to see how the candle went down, and just being able to see that progress of the candle, I think it really helped him. And I know that sounds silly, but I think that is really true. I think having something in addition, not just your word count, because that can get discouraging sometimes, having something to show your progress really helps. What I love about Pacemaker is that it is so customizable. So if you want to work on, however many pages a day, maybe you want to write a certain amount of poems a day, or chapters, or you want to work on your project for a certain amount of minutes or hours, you can customize your Pacemaker. And this is also not just for writing, it is also for other goals. That is one thing that I think as writers we need to be reminded of, is it is really important to pursue other creative things, to get outside, to walk, to move. I think it makes a big difference. And making room, making time to zone out, to think, to let yourself. I know a lot of people really love the hot girl walk. They love to put their big headphones on and listen to music, listen to a podcast, especially driving too. A lot of people, we have just an addiction to stimulation. Don't get me wrong, I love busting out the music. I love my music. I enjoy my podcast, my audiobooks. Though that can be fun. But the problem is now it's gobbling up the time that we used to have to just think and just zone out and just let ourselves be. Because oftentimes that is when we are allowed, that's when we're able to brainstorm and to imagine and to think and to come up with ideas. And so that needs to be prioritized. And a great way to do that is to go on a walk. Don't bring your headphones. Don't listen to music. I know that's crazy. Don't listen to an audiobook or a podcast. Just walk. Just enjoy the sound of outside, sitting outside. Like, it doesn't have to be movement. If you don't want to go on a walk, that's okay. Just making intentional time to just be. So Pacemaker is a really great way to just create goals for anything. It doesn't have to be writing, but obviously these are writing videos, so having a streak, that really helps. Having a plan, being able to see, you can adjust everything about the goal. You can adjust your strategy. Are you someone who wants to be more aggressive in the beginning? Or are you someone who wants to kind of warm up to it? Do you want to start off slow and then go more intense and then calm down? Or do you want to just gradually increase in the amount that you're writing? Everyone has different strategies. For me, I like to stay consistent. I like to have the same goal every single day. And it's really fun. There's lots of little things that you can do to customize it. There's a lot of different ways that you can view it. So if you want to see a graph or you want to see a calendar, I love it. And I used the free version for a long time and it was perfect. I think this also kind of goes without saying, but Grammarly, I've found it incredibly helpful as a writer. I like that it shows you and it explains why something is wrong. And obviously there is a premium version of Grammarly. I've only ever used the free version because I don't think I would, at least not right now in my life, I don't think I'm gonna pay for something like that. Another resource is actually a fellow YouTuber who is just amazing, and she just provides a lot of really great free resources, is Abbie Emmons. I love Abbie Emmons, and she's actually coming out with a book very soon this year, and I pre-ordered it. You best believe. I am a huge fan of Abbie Emmons. I think that her videos have been incredibly just helpful, incredibly inspirational, very big part of falling in love with writing and choosing to pursue creative writing, choosing to become an author, and making those steps. She has just so much free resources and just amazing videos about storytelling, publishing, editing, just anything under the sun. She has a podcast with her sister where she talks about a lot of different topics related to being a writer. Last but not least is the honorable mentions. Now, these are things that I haven't really interacted with that much. I've already mentioned Scrivener. Scrivener is definitely an honorable mention. I tried it out. I gave it a fair shot. I actually, did the trial and then I bought it using Abbie Emmons' code. I just don't like Scrivener. I know some people absolutely love it. Abbie Emmons, she loves it. Another honorable mention that I've heard really great things about is NovelPad. Now, I have not interacted with this at all, so I've heard really great things about it. So it's certainly something that you guys should consider if you want something that is kind of like Scrivener, where it has lots of customization, lots of different ways to organize things. And I think NovelPad has more resources involved with it, while Scrivener is more purely an application for, having your documents and organizing them, customizing them, things like that. But I think NovelPad's a little bit more, there's even more to it than that, from my understanding. This is a really great resource that I actually really want to try out more myself. I don't think that it's free. It might have some free features to it, but I don't think it's completely free. Writing Aid Pro. Now, this is a really cool thing that can actually help you with grammar, analyzing your story, giving you feedback. If you don't have a writing group, if you don't have someone to turn to with your manuscript who can kind of give you feedback, this is something that can kind of supplement that and help that a little bit. And honestly, it's probably a really great in-between. Before you send it off to somebody else, sometimes that can be really hard. Putting it in Writing Aid Pro, it can help you with a lot of different problems within your story, or strengths, weaknesses, things that you can work on. So that's really cool. It seems like it has a lot of really cool features. There's that as a as a recommendation of something to try out if you're interested. And last but not least is Tome. Now, I probably know the least about Tome. Is a resource to straight up help you throughout the entire writing process, to help you write your novel. If you want to be a writer, if you want to write a novel, if you want to attack whatever project that you want to do, but you're just overwhelmed where to start. Supposedly Tome it is something you pay for. It is not free. I thought that it was kind of expensive, and that was why I wish you could try it out. That is a big thing that I think is something they need to work on, is having a trial of it, because from at least the last time I checked, you can't. Obviously, I've heard good things about it. A lot of people like it, so if that's something that you think would be worth it for you, then definitely look into it. And here's my fun bonus resource that you guys, I would highly recommend. I actually haven't used this myself, so this is kind of an honorable mention, but it's like a bonus honorable mention, and it's the Hero's Journal. Now, obviously, you don't have to use this just for a writer, but the vibe of it is very much writerly. So it's this cool journal, makes pursuing your goals into like a quest, and you can get different themes. So this one's like magic themed. They have like a sci-fi one, they have this magic one, and then I think they have one that's like kind of more night vibes. A really fun way to take whatever your goal is and to make it into a fun little quest. So that is a fun little bonus. I hope this video was helpful to you, and that maybe it gave you an idea or a new resource to try out. And I would love to hear from you guys if any of you do try out any of these resources. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. Definitely let us know if you have any resources that are really helpful to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Read a book or write a book and bloom on. Bye!